But John, why didn't you go with the 14900K? It's just too expensive.
You need the simplest version of the idea in order for it to grow naturally in your subject's mind. And it's a very subtle art. What you have to do is start at the absolute basic. So what is this idea that you need to plant?
Hey, what's up? John Charette here. I hope you enjoyed my mock Tech Notice intro video along with my previous Mr. Matt Lee kind of build video. These are two of my favorite content creators, and I just want to say kudos because they did a really unique way of presenting their dream PC creator build by ProArt. But I'm pretty sure both of those videos were sponsored, so cost may not have been a concern. Today I'm breaking down the cost of each part to tell you what I bought new, what I bought used, so you can better understand if you wanted to build one of these, what it could cost you and where you could save a few dollars. I started building this PC with the ProArt PA602 and the LC420 in mind because they were the brand new products that just came out this year. You can check out the unboxing video here and my initial thoughts. Now, I paid full price for both of them. Interestingly enough, they were about the exact same price at $275 US. But I mean, because they're new and so new, you just won't find that product used, so I had no choice. So if you want to recreate this build, you'll at least have to buy those two parts brand new, unless you wait 6-9 months after this video comes out. I'm gonna keep all of my prices in USD today, even though I'm Canadian, most of my viewership is from the United States, so it'll just make it easier for everyone. All right, next part was the motherboard and CPU combo. I started with the ProArt Z790 that matches with an Intel 13900K. I picked these up together, bought them used off somebody for $600. One thing that I was surprised about this board is that it only has Gen 4 SSD support, which I was a little bit surprised considering I did a video here a while back with going the AMD route, and I used their ProArt Creator, the B650, the lower end board, and it had Gen 5 support. And so anyway, I'll get to that in a bit when I get to the SSD section. Asus has released some newer Z790 boards that have been upgraded to Gen 5, but they haven't done that with the ProArt series. Okay, the CPU. Now, I know you're going to ask, you're already asking yourself, John, why didn't you go with the 14900K? It's just too expensive. I'm serious. I mean, when comparing dollar for dollar in value from the 13900K to the 14900K, I mean, it's ridiculous. I paid $300 for the 13900K, and it's $600 for a 14900K. That's twice the price. And looking at the benchmarks and the articles about the speed difference, there's a 5% speed increase. I literally just couldn't justify it, and I got the deal in the 13900K. I said, cool, that works. These type of decisions can really, although the emotional side of me wanted to go 14900K because that's what all the new cool creators have, but it's just not worth it. Another thing is when you're buying a used CPU that's a brand new flagship CPU, the likelihood of it being scammed and someone's delit it and put on a Celeron or something and then tried to sell it to you increases significantly. All right, let's talk about the RAM. Now, you can't build the ProArt Dream Creator system without teaming up with Team Group. Get it, team? Their T-Create line is an exact color match for the Pro line, kind of gold and black feel. And it's cool. Until I started looking into it, I didn't realize they make a T-Create Expert line, which has a little bit faster RAM. So I ended up picking up 6400 megahertz RAM, which was great. I actually temporarily put that RAM into my Z690 system, my Strix ROG, and it did not want to run at 6400 megahertz, which is interesting, but putting it in this guy, it works perfectly fine. Anyway, I picked that up for $200 USD. I also bought that brand new. It's pretty new RAM. I doubt you'll find specifically the T-Create in such a high speed used just yet. Next, a storage solution. So as I was saying, when I was really hoping to go Gen 5, and so when I went out, I said, okay, cool, what's the coolest, latest Gen 5, SSD out there? My research was pointing towards this crucial T700. They had the T705. Once again, it was just too pricey. So I settled on a 1 terabyte T700. I ended up picking that up for $120 USD. Now, it's only 150 USD, so I mean, it's not a big difference, and considering I bought it off a sketchy person at a convenience store, maybe I should have bought new on that one. But the worst part is that I literally slapped in the Gen 5 and realizing that the motherboard only supports Gen 4. Not that this is a problem, they're all backwards compatible. You can go up and down in between. You can put Gen 3 with the Gen 5 and it just gets limited to the lowest number. So in this case, Gen 4. GPU, okay, now I mean, you have to go ProArt GPU with the ProArt Creator Dream Creator build. I went with the 4080 Super, which you won't find used yet. I mean, I had a 4070 Ti ProArt for 6 months that I used in my daily driver. Absolutely loved it. Sold it with that Fractal North build. You may find one used, and if you can find a 4070 Ti used, it'll probably be way cheaper in the $700-800 range versus the $1,200 that I paid for the 4080 Super, brand new. But even I looked here in our Canadian marketplace and I couldn't find any ProArt GPUs used. All right, what else? Power supply. Okay, this is an interesting one because I've seen all the creators, they've kind of decided to go a different way on it. ProArt does not have a power supply. Some go with the Asus Tough line. I went with the Asus Thor. I mean, it was just cool. I actually saw it in the Canadian hardware Canadian. I know I'm messing up and putting it backwards. I'm sorry, dude. For my Canadian peeps out there. Yeah, their build, they did it this way and they actually kept off. There's like a shroud here that goes over across and it covers the entire power supply. But because this has the readout and the LEDs here, which I turned off because I couldn't get them to match the LC420. By the way, you can't change the color of the LC420 LED, which Asus, really? Version 2, let's make that addressable, please. Yeah, I turned that off and I kept it open just so you could see the wattage. I think that's pretty cool. But I went with the Thor. I ended up finding it used for about, hold on, what did I pay? $220 used. It's a monster. I've never held a power supply that weighs so much. The heat sinks in it must just be absolutely incredible and huge. But I knew I wanted something that at least had kind of ATX 3.0 support, and so I can go straight to the GPU without having to have all the crazy adapters, which I really don't like, and it just looks super messy. So yeah, I went with that. Brand new, they're like over $300, so I saved quite a bit, probably a third of the price on the power supply. So yeah. Okay, let's do a quick recap. New parts: ProArt PA602, $275. ProArt LC420, $275. ProArt 4080 Super, $1,200. 64 gigabytes of Team Group T-Create 6400, $200. Used parts were the ProArt Z790 Creator Wi-Fi for $300. The Intel 13900K for $300. A 1 terabyte Crucial T700 for $120. And then the Asus ROG Thor 1000 watt for $220. Total cost coming out to $2,890. Now, if I were to build that brand new, it would cost $3,450, saving $560, not considering tax. Now, here in Ontario, tax is 13%, so add that on top and you save about $1,000. I'm not sure about you, but I gladly save $1,000 US when building a system. It is a very, very nice high-end system, and that's 35% of the cost when taking tax into consideration. That's a big savings. Now, I will admit that some of the parts are used, and when you buy them used, you may not have a warranty, you don't have a receipt, depending on where you're buying it from, so there is a bit of a risk. Hashtag worth it. Let me know what you think. Is it worth the risk? Would you go buy new? Would you save up the extra $1,000 and just go brand new, making sure you have that warranty? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you like this. I love doing a full breakdown talking about cost. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.